You are listening to guidance and healing from Archangel Metatron, channeled through Ruth Anne Rhine. And once again, I call all Lightworkers, those of compassionate heart, to rally together to share their light with the world. This particular channel is devoted to addressing the needs and guidance of other Lightworkers, as they are all so dearly needed at this time. It is time for all to join in daily sending light and daily sending healing intent to all areas of the globe, and most specifically to the Ukraine, where fear and dire suffering are happening daily. Daily there are innocents being accosted and brutalized and even killed due to the insanity of a government that has lost all sense of direction during this time of ascension. Numerous times I have discussed with those who have followed these discourses how it is that innocents are subject to experiencing dire pain and terror, and yes, even death. Do re-examine past discourses for this understanding. Today, however, I wish to address what is prevalent in the minds of those who exist in the Western continents, where there is little understanding as to why this war has erupted. After many, many years of stressful resistance to living within a peaceful perspective, there now exists the need for the Russian forces to invade a lovely land of peace due to their economic needs that are dire, as their resources are becoming depleted. With the withdrawal of support from several countries, which Russia has relied upon to receive needed resources, they are responding in extreme panic and extreme reactive programming long ingrained within the psyches of those who are in governmental control. They act irrationally and they act in desperation, without forethought as to where their attacks shall lead them. It is imperative, my dear Lightworkers, to call upon the inner realms of divinity to assist and intervene in the direction this unforeseen outbreak is taking. The earth is ascending, and yes, it is a time of karmic resolution for the entire planet. It was previously unfolding at an accelerated rate to dissolve the darkness emerging into the light of day, to clear old patterns of conflict and aggressive behaviors. Repercussions are not meant as punishment, nor as a justified consequence. They are to reflect one's behavior so that one may become elevated in their life's perception, becoming more aligned with their own true self. The experience that is occurring in the Ukraine is not karmic resolution, however. It is the creation of greater violence and greater trauma for all concerned. What was intended in the ascension process was for dark behaviors to play out and to resolve karmic patterns inherited culturally and biologically. It was not intended that the ascension process be for creation of further dire conflict and pain requiring further resolution. Thus, it is essential to pray for the Ukraine, and when you do, we of the inner planes have permission to intervene in all possible ways, to restrain the attacks upon the innocents who only wish to live in peace. When you ask us for assistance, we can achieve great and wondrous developments that can eradicate this constant threat of the terror of war and its possible escalation. It is essential, my dear Lightworkers, that you help by giving your permission through asking for assistance from divine beings, who then have the right to prevent further encroachment into the lands not meant to suffer the slings and arrows of an unjustifiable war. Not that war is ever justified, nor has it ever been. It means this war is happening through the darkest recesses of a deranged mind that can interfere in the ascension process. Your beloved Mother Earth cannot carry this grief. She has cried out for help to ascend, and ascend she shall. However, this disturbance is outside the course of elevating humanity and all sentient beings into higher states of consciousness. You see, your beautiful planet seeks our help in alleviating this unexpected and unanticipated war, and we respond to her needs to remain aligned with her process of elevating her frequency. However, this war is a detriment to all humanity and all sentient beings, for the Ukrainian people and all life forms there are subject to being torn asunder, when in fact they deserve to live in peace and experience ascension without interference. It is also not meant that many soldiers sent to enact crimes of violence against their personal will be allowed. Do you understand what I am saying, my dear ones? This war serves no purpose in the ascension process underway. Rather, only occasional acts of violence are now playing out to dissolve needed experiences to free those misaligned, with a means to gain greater illuminated awareness. The travesty taking place in the Ukraine affects the entire world because of the tremendous fear it invokes due to far-reaching concerns around nuclear threat. It is essential we, as divine beings, have your consent and askance to intercede so as to alter not only the timeline ahead, yet to also alleviate greater suffering, trauma, and grief. It is through your intent you serve to anchor our light for humanity and all upon the earth. Do call upon us daily. And yes, many of you do. However, many of the Lightworkers are feeling a disassociation with this conflict as it takes place across the seas, seemingly not a personal threat to their own existence. And so they forget the power and the need that exists for everyone of good heart to ask for divine intervention to circumvent the current direction of increased global turmoil. It is time to act and to seriously understand how you as Lightworkers, filled with heartfelt prayers, heed this call. For the purpose of your work is to heal and to emanate light, and so let this be so. And so it is. My dear ones, do understand it is not for you to carry fear nor trepidation, for you are blessed and protected. However, your light can shield others from future catastrophic events. Blessed are the ones of great heart, always and forever. And so it is. Be it said, far and wide, the light of the Creator lives through you, is you, and holds the power of all that needs to be healed upon your earth. And so it is. Thank you for listening to these words of wisdom from Archangel Metatron. Please feel free to share this message